Well, I do hacking for a living. Companies hire me to break into their systems, and my success rate over the last decade is 100%. And I'm talking
Really?
large financial companies to e-commerce. Yeah, 100% we get in. And that's probably because the hackers are ahead of the security industry. And it's really easy. Imagine if I could send you a file in an email, or just one employee opens up a file that I send, a PDF file, and that employee opens it, the game is over. The hacker's in. It only takes one employee to make a mistake.
Well, Kevin, of course, then that begs the question, is there any way for a company to be 100% protected? Target says that this problem was fixed, this one hacking incident, but how do you protect against it if it's as simple as one employee opening one PDF?
Well, it's really about people, processes, and technology. So companies have to harden their systems, harden their technology. They have to train their people, and actually to inoculate their staff against these social engineering attacks. And one of the best ways of doing that is actually doing mock attacks against your employees to see who's susceptible to this type of attack, and then train those people specifically.
Kevin Mitnick, using his talents for good, which we like to highlight. Thank you so much, CEO of Mitnick Security. Thanks, Kevin.
A patient's medical file, a client's social security number, or valuable corporate data. Good privacy habits that start with the individual ultimately benefit your bottom line.
A man who had babysat my daughters stole my identity for a second time, used it to set up a credit card account and spend on his sick habits, and then to steal from our customers as me to fund those accounts. And I didn't spend the next 2 weeks getting out of this one. I spent the next 2 years of my life fighting like hell to keep myself out of jail, waking up nauseous with fear every morning that my daughters were going to see their dad in prison. Now, that wasn't my sentence. I didn't go to prison in the end, but I did lose my business, my salary, more than $300,000, and I lost something so much more central to who I am, to my identity, than all of the money. I lost contact with my wife, Mary, and my kids, Sophie and Michaela. I was not present for them for 2 years.
So half the Earth's internet population is using Facebook. They're a site, along with others, that's allowed people to create an online persona with very little technical skill. And people responded by putting huge amounts of personal data online. So the result is that we have behavioral, preference, demographic data for hundreds of millions of people, which is unprecedented in history. And as a computer scientist, what this means is that I've been able to build models that can predict all sorts of hidden attributes for all of you that you don't even know you're sharing information about. As scientists, we use that to help the way people interact online, but there's less altruistic applications. And there's a problem in that users don't really understand these techniques and how they work, and even if they did, they don't have a lot of control over it. So what I want to talk to you about today is some of these things that we're able to do, and then give us some ideas of how we might go forward to move some control back into the hands of users.
And what does this Cold War spy, the spy who was selling things like nuclear secrets and continuity of government plans and getting people killed and covert operations, matter to cyber security? Everything. I like to call Robert Hanssen the Nostradamus of cybersecurity spying. This guy, years before the FBI was even computerized, when we were just thinking about it, was saying that spies will exploit these computer systems. Yes. There are no hackers. There are no hackers. There are only spies. Hacking is nothing more than the necessary evolution of espionage. Because spies are devious, spies are malicious, spies are technologically advanced, and they know how to target an individual, a company, or the individuals that make up that company.